Greetings, this is Scobie with another episode of Why Are You So Bad at LoL? The solo queue hell that I am going through is being low elo. In this match, I'm going to be playing Soraka, and this entire match is with the other four characters were apparently pre-made, which is what I found out at the start. So, we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to be playing with a Graves on bottom. There was a choice between that of going with a more high damage or better utility, or just do maximum sustain, which is what Soraka's really good at, is that with her heal and her E, which is her infuse, she's able to keep her lane partner full on health, full on mana, and allows them to spam spells all day, all night, and allows us to do massive amounts. Basically, it maximizes the potential of your lane partner. So, and it allows them to start off with Adorance. And we see that the other team dropping a CV, letting them know that they are starting off at blue, which is pretty standard. We're not going to do a jungle invade. We just wanted to make sure they weren't going to try and counter invade us, which is always a problematic thing at this level. If you get a group that's pretty good and they can pull off a successful jungle invade, then you guys are kind of in trouble. So we're just waiting for the start of the game. So for those of you who don't know what League of Legends is, it's a 5v5 battle arena based off of a game called Defense of the Agents. The way the game works is that there's three areas. There's top, there's middle, there's bottom, and then there's this other area which is the jungle, which is kind of the center area. And in this area you have, usually top you have 1, bottom you have 2, middle you have 1v1, and then the jungler is going to be roaming around trying different things. They usually start at blue, or this blue buff. So this person has a blue buff which gives them a more mana regeneration and the ability to do more spells. And it helps with jungle speed. So they'll go through, clear out the jungle, then they'll run to another lane to see if they can kill somebody. This Singed versus Vlad top. Singed isn't probably going to be destroyed by this Vlad, because Vlad has quite a bit of harass, is able just to continually hit his spells. Singed is really dependent on catching people on their own, being able to use his poison to farm, but Vlad's just going to sit back and just do his little blood heal thing throughout the entire game, and there's not much that Singed can do. So on bottom we have Soraka versus Graves, and essentially they're just going to be trading blows. Right now they have, 77 to 60s. So I'm pretty sure, Graves most likely did not go with, Graves went with very few attack speed runes, and with a Lulu bottom, that's going to be problematic. Lulu's actually a very offensive champion. Lulu's able to do quite a bit of damage, shoot stuff off, and with the combination of Soraka, who is that? That's Sivir on bottom. He's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Graves is a high damage champion, and with me being there to sustain, he's able to play a lot more aggressively. Unfortunately, any fight that he has with Sivir, he is going to lose. And Lulu herself, oh my gosh, she went with just probably 22 AP. That's probably full-on AP runes for her. So very aggressive bottom lane. Soraka, unfortunately, is a very passive bottom lane. I mean, her abilities really aren't all that powerful, only being able to do 50 damage, and her scalings aren't that well, and she doesn't get a lot of money in order to do other stuff. And this Graves is just not doing all that good. So as you can see, the Vlad is having no problems at all, easily pushing, and he's going to go for the dive. Easily picks up the kill with his pool, able to escape. Singed versus Vlad. Vlad is always going to win. Alright, looks like we're going to try and go in, but both junglers are in there. They're going for the kill on E. He disappears, gets ignited, but is able to escape as Udyr comes in and just wrecks both of them. Wow. So, Udyr is now 2 kills. He's going to become problematic. So, it's 0-3. Bottom lane is not doing all that great. I'm trying to silence and do as much damage as possible, but realistically, not going to be able to do much, and Udyr's trolling just a little bit. So, Vlad up top is just dominating this lane. Singed is not going to be able to do anything with no real attack speed or damage, and he's just not able to get the flip off. Throw him into the tower, which he'll just pull out of. So Vlad is a very strong top champion just because he's able to just beat up people. And this Singed is pretty terrible. Not really going to be able to do much. And Vlad is just going to heal up and just walk away from his thing. And look at this. Singed is now on the run, being chased off of his own minions by this Vladimir and having to go home. But Ulf is going to come up to try and gank. But this is not going to work out for him all that well because Vlad can easily escape. He probably easily sees what's going on. Goes for his ult. Hits Singed. Singed might be able to get out of this alive. Singed is able to escape. But Vlad is doing quite a bit of damage and healing up off of Ulf. Ulf is just there to cover. Gank failed. And uh-oh. Udyr's coming down. I was going to drop a ward, but Udyr was there to catch me. Able to bait us in and just comes in and destroys us. Now Udyr is now super fed with 4 kills. I should have dropped that ward sooner. Unfortunately I didn't, and this Udyr with just cloth armor is able to destroy us. I think he's doing quite a bit in Ape. Oh my gosh. Rise is in trouble. That APE is, I've seen a couple people do it, and I've watched someone play it, and it's super powerful and really annoying because he is just able to basically use the minions to anchor him to where he's going to fight and can shoot out and do his alpha strike damage and do a ton of hurt. We're 7 minutes in. We're down by 5 kills. This game is pretty much over at this point. We're not going to be able to really do much of anything. This Graves didn't even go for boots. He's going for kind of a weird attack. Oh, he's going... I don't know what he's going for. So, not electing to go for boots, not electing to go for his BF sword. Bottom's missing. Alpha Strike comes down, misses Rise. Unfortunate there. And Vladimir is still beating Singed handily. Has his Hex Tech revolver. Even bought an elixir. Wow, doing an elixir to increase his power and really force the win on top. And another Alpha Strike coming down, doing quite a bit of damage. Olaf coming in, trying to do some help. But let's see what happens here. Yeah. Full health, not going to be able to do much. Thinking of going for it, but not really helping. Bottom, that Lulu polymorph is just doing so much damage. And Sivir with full health, not much we can do here. And there goes Vladimir going for the fight when he shouldn't have. All my stuff was on cooldown. I wouldn't have been able to support him. Bottom is lost. So bad. With a 2 kill. Let's see. Yep, double Dorans on Sivir. It's double Dorans versus a Zeal. Vladimir trying to go for the kill. Singed going into the jungle to see what's going on, but I don't know why. He's got to be careful. So trying to ping down, saying that Vladimir's sniffing around looking for a kill. And Vlad's looping back around. And he's just going to be killing minions. Yep, and he's going to go for the kill. But he sees Wolf, comes in, comes down, gets exhausted. And with the 2-on-1, able to finally kill. But takes Olaf down with him. So they've probably just got Dragon, and Udyr's coming down, 3-on-2 bot, but we've spotted him, so we're going to go ahead and stay way. But Udyr's probably going to come back to mid, but with, 1-7, with a super fed Udyr, and super fed Udyr and Vlad, this is going to be problematic. He's still doing continual damage to this Rise. Oh, 2 Alpha Strikes on him. Going to be doing quite a bit of damage. And we are just pushed out of lane because we know if Lulu's in there, we're going to be in problematic. And Sivir able to just steal quite a bit. Ulf coming down, trying to help out. And attacks coming in. Ulf comes in, tries to hit Sivir, able to get him, giving Graves a much needed kill. Lulu jumps over and is able to escape the double kill. Going back to mid, not much going on. So good gank by Ulf. Even though they're pretty good, they probably didn't drop a ward. So now we're able to free farm on this area to see what's going on. But Lulu is still there to protect that area, and she's going to just start getting some creeps kills, kill off these, get her some more gold, which isn't good for her. Graves is trying to do some damage, but we're not going to be able to do much. And yeah, Vlad and Singed, but interesting choice going for a Philosopher's Stone on an Udyr instead of going for an attack speed item or something. But Udyr's just going to go ahead and defend this tower from these two and make it so they can't have free uncontested attacks on that. But now that Sivir's back, we got to be careful because Sivir with double Dorans still does more damage than Graves, which is an interesting combination. Is that with a Sivir being able to do more damage, he's just coming around and it's just easily just bruising these people out. Normally a Graves versus Sivir matchup, Graves normally is supposed to win. He has more more mobility, but Singed is having problems. But Vladimir's just pushing him out of lane, starving him of much needed gold. Ulf is coming in, trying to do more damage, but Vlad decides he's just going to take him one-on-one. Udyr coming up to support. And now it's 2-on-2 top. Hopefully they spotted Udyr. And oh my gosh, Udyr's going on, taking on Ulf one-on-one, trying to take him out. Both have red buff. Slow's coming down, coming over, but decides to back off. So now, under the protection of the tower, Olaf decides that it's time for him to go back. But Vladimir decides to come into the middle, pulling in for offensive, drops his ult, gets knocked over, ignites Olaf, and the ult finishes off. Even trade 1-for-1 on top. So hopefully it was worth it for Vlad. And I think I hit my ult to try and heal people through that, but unfortunately there's not much we can do. Lulu's missing, so we got to be careful there. Looks like Udyr's going to head on up top to cover there. Singed most likely sees him. This is not going to be a good fight for him, because he hits him, but Udyr just stuns him, but the poison doing quite a bit of damage to him. Stun coming down, and just with the high sustain of Udyr being able to do quite a bit of damage with his turtle stance, able to defend himself. Take a look. I'm going to head back. And now Ulf is covering middle. What's going on? Udyr's taken off, helping out with Vlad. They have pretty much easy control of their jungle. Our jungle hasn't even once gone into their jungle, I don't think. And Udyr's coming back around. That ward should tell Singed that he needs to be super careful. Vlad coming up. 2-on-1 top. But with the tower there, they're just going to go for him and push him all the way back to the second tier tower. Olaf coming up to support. And let's see if they run into each other here. Sniffing around in the bush. Vladimir going back, deciding it was not worth it to try and take him on 2-on-1 under a tower. Buff is probably back up, so Ulf is going to go get that. Vladimir's going to clean out the lane. Bottom's just going to continue to push. And I'm going to drop a ward over the wall, just so we have a little bit more vision. But Vlad's going to have easy time killing this tower. We're on bottom, trying to do what we can. Unfortunately, Graves is super low of mana, and I'm trying to keep him healed up as much as possible and keep these people off our tower, but he needs to go back. Hopefully he can get some attack damage item. So, without boots, oh my god, this Graves instead of going for high damage item, deciding to instead go for a Trinity Force. Oh, double team up top, able to do it. Ulf dies yet again, trading 1 for 1 with the massive amount of damage of his ult. Ulf just not able to handle it. Now, if I was paying more attention, I probably could have ulted and healed a little bit of health. But now Singed is going one-on-one versus Udyr, but Udyr decides to back off because Singed has quite a bit of health right now. More health than Udyr. Udyr still only has Wriggles and Boots, so has not gone back to buy. And he just wants to get some money. Coming back to mid. So we've come back a little bit, but this Graves build is horrendous. This is probably one of the worst Graves I've ever seen. Deciding not to go for a BF sword, which is the most cost-effective way of getting damage, instead electing to go for a Sheen and a Zeal, which does allow him to do more attack damage and everything, but he's only going to be able to get 1 or 2 attacks on Sivir because she has her tier 2 boots. She's just going to be able to outrun any damage he's able to do, and that high mobility that Graves has is essentially going to be useless at this point. Coming back up here, looks like Udyr and Singed are fighting, and I think Udyr's getting the better out of the deal, able to do quite a bit of damage, and while Singed is able to throw him into the poison and run around, the high sustain of Udyr in his turtle stance and able just to smite minions is intense. And Vladimir probably ran into the jungle to do something else, and looks like he's coming up to help mid. So it looks like Vladimir switched out to the jungle, doing quite a bit of damage to him, and they're going for Ulf again. Another kill on Ulf, but this time Vladimir escapes without dying, and Singed just decides to leave his lane, but is maybe turning around, not quite sure what he's going to do, and he's running back up to top because he needs to protect that one because Ryze is going to have it. Vladimir is coming down to bottom, 3-on-2. This is not good. We're backing off to our turret because we know that Vladimir's coming around and has quite a bit of health, and we know if he comes down this wave, there's something going on, so I'm just trying to charge up Graves as much as possible, but with Graves' inability to really do much damage, he is easy pickings and totally misses his ability. Polymorph coming down, Vlad coming in, 3-on-2 on tower. We need to be getting out of here. Ult coming down on Lulu, Sivir ult coming off. We're trying to move around the turret. Sivir taking tons of damage, but is able to escape without dying. And oh my gosh, Vladimir is able to easily kill stuff. And I get polymorph. I'm super low. Lulu runs off. I'm going to run because that's the only thing I can do right now. Heal myself, but it's not going to help. Stun. But Vladimir is faster than I am, flashes over, and kills me easily. So with that, 4-12. Bottom is lost. Top is pushing pretty hard, but this Singed is pretty terrible. Taking multiple turret hits for no reason. Mid is doing what mid does. And Sivir's deciding that she's just going to go ahead and take out this bottom. Even with low health, there's not much we can do to defend it. And as soon as Ulf comes in, she's going to run for it. And Ulf is not going to be able to surprise her. He should have run around and come in from behind to do a lot more damage. They haven't been warding or anything like that. Our ward coverage, we have 1 ward at blue, and that's it. So there's not much going on. He has Rod of Ages well before, well, quite a bit of health. Ryze is still trying to up his magic. So we're moving around into the river, but fighting here is not a good idea. They're easily going to take Dragon on this. Singed is trying to come down to help, but there they go. Root coming down. Mega Ignite tries to get him, but with his ultimate not being able to be suppressed, able to run out of that easily, even with the exhaust down. And now we have 4 on bottom, 4v3. Big fight going on. Lulu's actually harassing like a boss and able to do quite a bit of damage. We're just barely able to hold them off. And we know that if they come in, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Graves decides to run back and watch for the move around. I'm trying to keep Olaf strong, but Udyr comes around and goes 1v1 Graves goes 1v1 with Udyr, who gets out before anything happens. Vlad comes around to try and cut us off, coming around from behind, but that fight is worthless. Stays there, but now he's coming in, doing a bunch of damage, feeling he can do quite a bit on top of Olaf, and Olaf goes running into the middle and gets destroyed by Sivir. I get taken down. Graves right in the middle. Rise is nowhere to be found, but unfortunately, Udyr does not have tank aggro, so he's going to be able to escape. Yi hops over the wall, destroys the tower, destroys us for an easy quadra kill, and we decide, you know what, we're going to lose this, so we surrender and decide it is not worth it. So a quick game, quick decisive victory by the other team,
Defeat.
and it was just terrible. The entire team on our side just was not able to win their lane. The Olaf was actually pretty good, being able to get off a couple ganks, but that Singed Vlad top combination was not worth it. Oh my gosh, that was probably one of the more terrible ideas that we have ever had. And Vlad is super hard to defeat, and having Udyr or any other high sustain champion would have been a much better idea than Singed, who's just a hard tank. And you know, Singed's best ability is just to run away from a fight or run around and through fights. He's not very good going one-on-one against another champion just because he doesn't have the high damage potential. So, and this Graves going for rushing an early Trinity Force was probably one of the worst ideas he could have had. It completely hampered his mobility, completely prevented him from being able to do anything. I'm a support, so there's not much in the world I can do. So this was up to the other team, and they just fell flat on their face, not being able to do anything. That AP Yi mid, you know what? I really like that build. I really like watching people play that because it's a really kind of, non-ranged going mid. What do you mean? You're going to die horribly. But that Alpha Strike is all you need. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching us fail in epic way. 20-minute surrender. Short video this time around. So yeah, this is Scobie for Why Are You So Bad at LoL, signing off.